Okay, this is a nice colourful one we've got. Let's see if we can make it look good. Right, let's get stuck in. Gonna make it small, gonna reduce it. What are we gonna do with this piece? Make it look good somehow. It's gonna be a fair bit contrasty. Oh, it didn't beep just then. That's funny. How photocopiers sometimes do funny things. I don't know. Sometimes there are things that happen in this world that defy logic, and sometimes you just gotta, whatever. It's interesting when that happens. So let's see what we've got. We're gonna submit. We've got here a colourful shirt. We're gonna do the back of it. So I've just got the camera hand holding the shirt, just moving it around. We're gonna hopefully focus on this part of the shirt. We're going to make this into hopefully a nice mirror image. So we're just going to take this shirt and hold it in my camera hand as well as my non-camera hand and just put it on the glass at an angle. So hopefully it'll look really nice. Maybe add some scrunching to it to increase the textural imaging of this to make it look even better. So hang on. I thought this machine didn't. There's a bit of a lag time in when I press the button and the machine's starting. Now that's very strange. I don't know what the fuck that was. Sometimes electrical equipment does play up in my presence. It's not that common. It doesn't happen as much as it used to. But sometimes things just don't work properly with me. I don't know why I have some effect on electrical or electronic equipment, but occasionally it happens, something like that happens, and it's not something that happens normally, but it happens sometimes. It's hard to prove, and again there's a lag time. For some reason it's lagging. I don't know why it's doing that. Sometimes on photocopiers, buttons freeze up, and it froze. I had problems with buttons freezing at a copy shop that I was visiting, and the people one of the people there, I told them that the buttons were frozen, and they told me they weren't, because when they used it, they didn't have any problems with the buttons apparently. Whereas for me, the buttons kept on freezing up, like becoming really hard to use, they didn't respond to the touch. You have to keep pushing them to try and get the fucking thing to work. So I've had a lot of machines freeze up on me when using them. So it's hard to prove whether it's actually me or something else. But I have had one occasion I was in a university UTS building in Ultimo, Sydney. I was in the lunch area, the cafeteria, and I got really angry and I threw a huge had a huge meltdown, and I was in the toilet having this meltdown, and this non-working hand dryer, I emphasise this hand dryer was not working, and then all of a sudden this non-working hand dryer started to work. I was swearing, I was cursing, I was really angry, and this dryer suddenly went bonkers. And I heard people who were absolutely horrified to see this dryer go mad. And apparently, one of the girls that was there pulled the plug on the dryer, and the dryer was still working. It was still going even after the plug was removed. I was absolutely horrified. I was terrified. And I stayed in the toilet cubicle until the bloody hand dryer stopped working, and then until the fucking cleaner came in, and it was one of the most strangest things that's ever happened. And it was a hand dryer, folks, something that uses a lot of current, something that uses a lot of electricity, and I was interfering with it. So there you go. A person like that is called a slider. Look up the word slider on the internet, to do with electrical street light interference. I don't think I've ever affected a street light, but I've affected a hand dryer. And I won't go into other stories, but just look up the word slider or look up street light interference. You got to believe in this shit, folks. It does exist. It's out there. Gotta go.